All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the ASAP Afternoon Blitz, Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Jay McLovin. How's it going, Jay?
Hey, it's going well, man. I don't know if you guys have caught this, man, but I saw last night, earlier today, I should say, they're out there in that Kentucky high school program. A young tight end, last name was Dodson, was hit, clean tackle, hit his head on the ground, and I guess it said he suffered blunt force trauma and passed away. So my thoughts and prayers go out to that high school and that young man. You never know what's going to happen in football, man. You think it's going to, people. I mean, even I take it for granted a lot of the times that it's a safe sport, whatever, pads, this, that, and the other. But man, it just isn't that. That's not always the case, man. Unfortunately, it happens, man. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it just goes to where you can't take anything for granted, whether it's a sport or just regular life. You never know what's going to happen. But,
Yeah, you're right. I guess his last name was Dodson, and he played for Pulaski County High School. Andrew Dodson was his name, and his dad said, "Look, it was a clean hit," but you just never know, man. I mean, things happen, man, and I mean, as we saw earlier last year with the Buffalo Bills guy, who almost died.
Hamlin.
Yeah, Damar Hamlin. Thank you. His name was escaping my brain, but yeah, I mean, you just never know, man. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the world of sports, and I guess sometimes I think like, why do these athletes make so much money? But it is still a violent sport at the end of the day.
And we're also joined by Frankie the Yankee. How's it going, Frankie?
What's going on, boys? I'm doing wonderful. It's a wonderful weekend. WrestleMania has come and go, and it is a new year for WWE. But other than that, Chris, I am doing wonderful. As you can see, my record right now is the same as yours, 3-1.
I just saw that. You got the same record. Hell yeah.
Yeah. We're doing pretty good. Nice start to the season for most of us.
I don't know, man. Frankie, I agree. I had deja vu. You guys are winning, I'm losing. And then at the end of the year last year, you wound up losing and I wound up winning. So, I'm okay with the status quo of where we are right now. As you saw last year, you guys had the hottest record in baseball up until about a couple of weeks before the All-Star game. And then you look like cold winter bullshit on a stick. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But right now you are 3-1, baby. So hey, I salute you.
Hey, don't only salute me. Salute Chris as well, because his team is actually better than yours right now as well.
No. I will say this, Chris. I will say this, not to be disrespectful, but I got to see where you are at the All-Star break. If you're still winning, you don't got to be number one. You just got to have above 500 record. If you got an above 500 record,
dude, if we have an above 500 record at All-Star break, I'm gonna come on here butt naked and do a backflip.
Oh my God! Please don't encourage that.
Hey, listen, no, listen. Look, Chris is pretty skinny, man. Even if he had no butt on, man, you wouldn't know.
My crippled ass can't be able to do a backflip.
Hey, for this is doing backflips, that was one hell of a surgery, let me tell you.
If I'd be ecstatic if we're over 500 All-Star break. You got to remember, we started out last season like 1, 2, and 23. So anything's better than that.
No, hey, listen, I get you, brother. I get you. But I don't know, Anthony Price, man. Hey, look, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, man. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I think the world is getting better. Is the world perfect? It's not. But I think the world is getting better. I think we're still spotlighting areas that we need to improve upon. But Anthony, come on, man. The world's getting better. Is it perfect? It's not perfect. Is it getting? But is it getting better?
I'm assuming
what's he talking about.
I'm assuming
he's talking about the Angel Reese incident where she was doing the John Cena in front of Caitlin Clark, and they were saying that she was ghetto and that she was good.
God.
And Caitlin Clark did the John Cena at the beginning of the tournament, but yet nobody said anything to her. I don't know, man. We're getting better. But what are you going to say?
Yeah, it sucks that people had to bring race into it, but I will say this: them two doing that stuff has actually helped women's basketball, because look at all the attention that's been on women's basketball the last few days.
Hey, it's true though, right?
They had the most views.
And,
they had the most views
say,
in NCAA women's history with 9.9 million viewers.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, man. Hey, I'll tell you this.
a lot of it is your old heads that still believe that women belong in the kitchen and not out doing sports and stuff. That's where a lot of it's coming from, is the older generation.
Goddamn Texas natives, I'm telling you.
Hey, it ain't just Texas. Hey, don't put Texas out there like that. But you know what? It is good to know, though, that my state resonates heavily in your brain.
Oh, of course it does. I have family that lives in Texas, so
hey, you're damn right. You got family.
I do. No, seriously, I really do. My godmother moved to Texas recently. I had some cousins that live in Houston. My aunt lives in Austin. So, and that's why I told you, Jay, I think it was last summer or something, I was planning on taking a trip to Texas. But
don't worry, because when you come to Texas, you're coming to my house, so it don't matter.
Exactly.
Hey, you're gonna come to my house. Hey, we're gonna have some food. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna take a dip in the pool, and we're gonna relax.
I'm not having no drinks with you, Jay, because I already told you recently. All right, Jay's that type of, ladies and gentlemen, Jay's the type of person where you go drinking with him and you know your limit and you say you're done. Jay's gonna be like, well, I just got you another one. Here, take it.
Hey, listen, you are never truly done at my house, okay? You're never truly done. That's why I got IVs and IV bags, because when we get tore up from the floor up, we rehydrate, and then we get our asses back in there, baby.
Well, there you go. The the military just heard what you said, and they are canceling your IV subscription.
These views do not respect that of Jason McMinn. Only Jay McLovin.
But get back on topic. UConn Huskies, baby, national.
Yeah, UConn. Jeez.
Dude, they dominated the whole tournament. I mean, they went on an average of almost 20 points a game.
I was watching the analyst talk after the game. You know how like basketball and stuff. You watch the game, then you watch the interviews and stuff like that, and then they go back to the CBS room, and then you talk to the analysts with each other and stuff like that. I was watching that, and they said something how the Connecticut UConn throughout this whole tournament basically didn't play a team that's in their conference, basically, or in their division or something like that. So they basically had like an easy ride to the Final Four, basically. And I was sitting there.
I don't know. Do you really want to call it that? I mean, they did have to go through Gonzaga.
They went to really tough competitive teams. They had to go through
Creighton. I mean, they had some pretty good opponents in there.
I hate when people say that, especially analysts themselves. Like, how are you going to sit there, call yourself an analyst, a fan of the sport, a former player who played in the sport, and you say the team got an easy ride there? Every single one of these people, I don't know how many freaking teams that are in the March Madness, but every single one of those teams are in there for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I will say this. Though. Gonzaga dominated all the way through the playoffs. Even to the last game was domination all the way through, man. I look at San Diego State, and they struggled with a little bit with FAU. They struggled a little bit with other teams. But honestly, man, hey, I my hat off to San Diego State, man. Hey, y'all guys had a hell of a good season, and you guys played well. But UConn was just, and I think that Sonogo, I mean, Jesus, man, that guy is just a beast.
I've been telling you about him.
Yeah. I want to see where he goes in the draft, to be honest with you.
I don't see how they can say that.
I don't think he's coming out this year. I think unless is he Frankie or Gonza? Do y'all know if he's coming out? I haven't heard anything about that, but
I haven't heard anything about him coming out. But and also, how they have an easy road when they basically dominated everybody? I can understand if they were squeaking by, but their last 5 games they've held teams to under 35% shooting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That defense, and you saw it. You saw the defensive shooting all throughout the playoffs, and even against San Diego State. That bench, the bench didn't get 1 point until the 14:50 mark of the second half. I mean, that's crazy.
They shot like 25% in the first half.
That's crazy to me, man. That's just incredible. Ross Scott!
Jay McLovin, what's going on?
I'm doing well. Fair to Midland, yourself?
I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. How's everybody feeling?
No complaints.
We're feeling good because we heard that you were coming in here to give the state of Connecticut its respect for being national champions.
Oh yeah, shout out to UConn.
I think Connecticut, right?
Nah, Connecticut still sucks.
Oh man, I'm right there with you, man.
I'm gonna get it out of him soon.
But you know what though? Nah, UConn, you know. Once I seen they were like the last powerhouse giant left, the writing was kind of on the wall.
Bro, Wembanyama misses a dunk. Or no, excuse me, misses a 3-pointer and then gets his own rebound and dunks it back in. He said this man really put back his own 3-point shot with the dunk. Hey, I'm telling you, man, I hope every day that the Lord himself will grant the Houston Rockets the gift of Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and then what happens if he goes to the NBA and he ends up a bust?
I don't think he's gonna be good in the NBA.
You really don't think that? I mean, remember, this is the guy that LeBron James said was an alien.
What that mean?
I'm just saying, hey, the king himself has basically come out and endorsed how great Wembanyama looks. Now I understand,
yeah, but he looks like that
level, but still,
he looks like that. Jay, that means a lot when you say that. He looks good against people he's better than. In the NBA, everybody's the best. I just don't think.
Hey, I'll tell you, hey, Rob Scott. You know what? You know what I look at it. Hey, watch this. I'm still willing to take the gamble on him.
Hey, you know what though? It'll bring some excitement in Houston. I say.
Hey, listen, I'm willing to take that gamble, man. I'll be honest with you. The only thing that kind of concerns me about him a little bit is the same thing that kind of concerned me about Chet Holmgren. Is just I feel like he doesn't have enough weight on his body. I still would like to see him have a little bit more weight to be able to sustain against some of the bigger guys like the Embiids and the Giannis's of the world, the Jokers. I mean, I like to see him get a little bit more weight, but other than that, man, I like his game.
And not only that, Jay, I don't put a lot of stock in LeBron saying that because if you look back in history, a lot of your great players aren't very good talent scouts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's true.
Look at John Elway trying to be a GM with the Broncos. Help. Even Peyton Manning was. I mean, he's been big backer of like Daniel Jones and some of these other guys about how good they are. A lot of your great top athletes it's hard for them to scout talent because they just expect everybody to kind of be able to.
Well, I mean, and I think the classic example of everything you're saying is his Aaron Jordan. When he was with Washington, and he took Kwame Brown with the first pick, and where did Kwame Brown land? You know what I mean?
I just don't. With that whole Kwame Brown situation, I just think that wasn't a good situation for Kwame.
But you can still see how Michael Jordan. Yeah, and that's probably true. But you can still see where Michael Jordan missed the mark on evaluating that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'm coming back to the NBA.
And I mean, and again, to LeBron, he wanted to play with all these people, But then when they granted him that wish, you know, when they granted him that wish, you know, it didn't come to fruition.
Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna do that because
before I forget, shout out to LSU.
Man, fuck LSU.
Damn.
Language.
Listen. LSU is the butthole of the. No, I can't say that. Mississippi is, but I will tell you, if Mississippi's the butthole, then Arkansas and Louisiana are the armpits of the human body.
But what did LSU do to you?
Have you ever been to LSU? Have you been to the great state of Louisiana? Have you ever been there?
No, but
I have. And I will tell you this: Louisiana has a great Mardi Gras. I will give you that.
They're national champions.
Hey, Peanut Gallery. Hold on now. Let me finish up my statement. I'm just saying. Listen, I've been to the great state of Louisiana, and I will tell you, they have good gambling. Okay, I'm gonna give them that. Good gambling. They have good Cajun food. I'm gonna give them that, and then they have excellent Mardi Gras. But as a city or as a state as a whole, Rob Scott. It's dirty. The cops down there are crooked. You would not want to go there, brother. You will find
I didn't say shout out to Louisiana. I said shout out to LSU.
Yeah,
okay, but that's still Louisiana.
Yeah, but why does that matter for me to give a team a shout out?
I'm not giving them a shout out.
Why? You wanted to shout out Iowa?
No, he wanted to shout out Houston.
Hey, I'm just throwing hate.
He wanted to shout out Houston.
I'm just throwing random hate. No, but seriously though, I will say for LSU, Angel Reese played a good game. Don't get me wrong, but she was not the star of LSU. The star of LSU was the girl that came off that bench and hit those 5 3-pointers in that first half. That was the star of LSU. I think her last name was, correct me if I'm wrong, was it Carter or something like that? Jasmine Carter or something like that?
She wasn't the star. I'll just call her the sixth woman. Because that's what you
hey, listen, she was on fire. But that girl couldn't miss.
Yeah, but Angel Reese wasn't the star of that game. Yeah, but she was the star of the season.
I'll tell you this: LSU just had a good all-around performance. I mean, you had 3 players. You had 3 players that had 20 plus. I mean, they played a great game, man. Honestly. And I don't think that Iowa was able to handle them fully defensively. And I will say this, and Rob, we've talked about this, or I should say, Chris, we talked about this last night, where I felt like that officiating was so tight and so strict, it did not allow Caitlin Clark or really even Angel Reese to be able to play the game like they wanted to play. And I think that had they loosened up a little bit on the ticky-tack fouls, I think that game would have been a little bit different. Honestly, I really do.
Well, I do want to give a shout out to Caitlin Clark too.
I kind of thought that
she was a dog.
Yeah, she's a dog. I kind of thought LSU would win that game.
She smells like a dog.
Because I thought LSU would win the game just because I thought they're the more complete. They're the more complete team. Where Iowa is just so dependent.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And they are a very complete team.
Where LSU is the more complete team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, shout out to LSU. That was their first national championship. So I don't want to be that guy. So I am going to give
that guy.
I do got to give them some love. I'm gonna give them some love. And again, I think this was a really good tournament on both sides, both men and women.
I think the women's tournament was better than the men's.
San Diego State, that was their first time to the final, to the championship game. FAU finally really got on the map with what they were able to do. So there, and then of course LSU getting their first championship, and Iowa, Caitlin Clark, really showing who she is. So there's a lot of good things that came out of March Madness on both sides of the equation. Honestly, good stuff. And I'll tell you right now, if Caitlin Clark's going to be a number 1 draft pick, like she will go number 1. And I would love. I just wonder who nabs her.
Actually,
I think she got to go back for another year. She's not eligible yet.
Yeah, she probably does have to go back, but you can't tell me that girl ain't going to be. Hey, if she plays next year, or even better than she played this year, there's no way that girl don't go number 1.
I wish she was coming out this year because the Fever have the number 1 pick this year.
Oh, y'all got the number 1?
Yep.
I started calling her Lady Curry.
Man, I wish Houston would come back and bring the Comets back, man. I still don't understand why we got rid of our team, man. I'd love to see Houston Comets come back.
Probably because you Texans didn't go support it.
Bullshit. Did you see the parades that we gave that team? No, trust me.
No, don't start
trust me. We supported that team. I promise you.
Jay, any team in any sport will get a parade for winning a championship. The question is, how many people
go
to that parade to see them?
Okay. Now, Frankie,
how many fans
come on now.
How many
fans? Of course, everything. I'm saying the crowds at the parade. They had massive crowds at the Comets parades.
How many crowds showed up for the Comets games?
Huh?
How big a crowd showed up for the Comets games, though, and not the parade?
I can't really speak on that because when the Comets were going through their championship years, I was in the military, so I wasn't even. I think I was somewhere in Japan or something at that point.
So how the hell are you gonna say that their crowd was massive?
Because my parents went to the parades and they had pictures of it. Asshole!
Oh my god, they had pictures of the little section that they were in. Did they have pictures down the road?
Hey, do not make me come down there. I swear. You know what, Frankie? You're a true a-hole.
I'm just saying.
No, seriously. You know what? No, if I could do some virtual reality poop on top of your icon right now, I would totally poop on you.
I'm just saying this because we all literally we have all said this for the past basically almost 3 years now.
Hey, I wish I could drop poop emojis on you right now.
We have said for the last 3 years now that women's sports does not get looked at really well, kind of compared to men's sport. I'm just saying is you say.
Well, I'm about to do a shout out to StreamYard to have poop emojis rain down on you. I'm going to see if we can get that.
Go ahead. Hey, and at the end of the day, you just know that I'm correct. That's why.
You're not. You know what though, and Frankie, you got a very good point.
No. Don't feed that
support. No, but it's the truth though. You know, like even now, we just had such a great women's tournament. And now it's kind of being diluted by, you know, the media trying to force Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark when there were just two superstars in the heat of the moment, you know, and stuff happens. You know, I'm pretty sure you ask Angel Reese right now about Caitlin Clark, she'll have nothing but great things to say, and vice versa. Even Caitlin Clark came out and said, I don't even remember the talking mess. She said, because when we shook hands, she had nothing but great things to say to me. Yeah, and that's what people got to understand. This is how we record.
She's already been on public record saying that Caitlin Clark is a hell of a player, that it was just her moment. And Caitlin Clark, that girl didn't care about whatever Angel Reese was doing. She was just talking about going to the line to shake the players' hands, man. Yeah. And again, I think a lot of the world's issues are partly due to the media and the way the media portrays things.
You're just not figuring that out?
Yeah, I'm a little slow.
But I will say this though. I do respect Angel Reese and LSU's decision to not want to go meet with Jill Biden. I do respect that because the thing is, we've never heard of you know, the runner-up being invited. Yeah,
when I saw Chris, remember when I told you about that? I said, what the hell is Jill Biden doing? Who the hell invites the runner-up to go to the White House? Nobody.
Yeah, I didn't like that gesture. And you know, it does make you question, you know, if Iowa was on the winning side of things, would LSU got the same invite? So, you know, you hate to see it, man. You wish sports is so colorful. But at the end of the day, the TV, the media, and your token handful of idiots out here make it always white and black, and I hate that.
You know, and I'll tell you, Rob, I think that's one of the things that, you know, people always ask, you know, like, why is the country so divided like this? I don't think that the ethnic groups will ever be truly united, and we'll look beyond skin color as long as, you know, outlying things like the media, when they do things like this, keep putting it out there like that. You know what I mean? Like, how do you ever heal from that?
Yes, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. That's why you got sports shows like us. We just gonna tell y'all the truth, and the truth is, 2 stars was born that night.
Hell yeah!
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and I'm excited to see what these two young ladies will be doing in the future, especially for the WNBA. Because
and
we know,
I will tell you, hey Rob, and I will tell you, man, hey, like I said, there was class on both ends, from Caitlin and from Angel Reese, and how they deal with and how they portray each other. So I got to be honest with you, even though the media does do those kinds of things, let's just say a massive congratulations to those two females for rising above that and put it in a different light than what the media is trying to put it.
And the thing that sucks is, the media pushes the wrong things, but it is getting the women more attention.
yeah.
So I mean, look at all the people that watched that game, and now it's all people's talked about the last 2 days is women's basketball.
And I won't lie to you, Chris.
I think a lot of it, like I said earlier, is it's the older people, it's the old heads that still believe women shouldn't be playing sports and that they should be in the kitchen and stuff like that. I think that's a big problem as well as and as the media.
Yeah, that's true. And to me, honestly, I mentioned it a little bit earlier when Jay was giving his soliloquy about how bad Louisiana is, which I can understand because I think Connecticut sucks too. But I will say this: I think this women's tournament to me was slightly more entertaining than the men's tournament.
I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, but
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Put down the women's basketball. Go ahead.
No. I'm not gonna do that. I think I just gotta disagree a little bit with Rob, just on the sense that, I felt like the men's, like I said, the storyline of FAU and San Diego getting their way into the Final Four, and then San Diego ultimately getting into the that was a hell of a fight, good storyline. And then of course the women's on the other side, like I said, with LSU and Caitlin Clark and Iowa doing as well as they did to get to where they got. Even though they didn't win, it was still a good ability for them to even get to the championship level to begin with. I got to be honest with you, Rob. I think it's 50-50. I think both of them just had different things that were great about it.
Oh yeah, I think they were both real good. I would give the women the advantage just a little bit because of the Iowa upset in South Carolina in the Final Four.
Oh, Billy got harsh words for Rob.
Billy
got some harsh words for Rob.
He's from Connecticut.
Billy, you know what? It's not a Connecticut thing. It's really versus pride thing. So don't get your socks in a rock.
No, he's really lying. He hates the state of Connecticut.
But that's why I would put the women.
I've never been to Connecticut, so I don't know how Connecticut is.
Because you hate it.
Because I don't think anybody thought South Carolina was going to get upset. I think everybody thought South Carolina would compete. So I think that upset in the Final Four put the women just a little bit ahead of the men's tournament.
And everybody was talking to about like when Caitlin shooed off that girl. Let me tell you something, okay? As a person who loves basketball, that is the most ultimate disrespect, and I loved every bit of it. Because sometimes you see somebody out there, you say, you know what? You got to prove to me you a shooter. Don't stick him.
Listen, I'm sorry. Chris, I got to disagree with you. When San Diego State took out Alabama, come on, man. Give them some love, Chris. Don't be like that.
I'm giving them love, but the South Carolina one happened in the Final Four.
Not to mention, South Carolina has been running things for the past 5 years.
You know who else?
Alabama ain't been running nothing.
South Carolina was trying to become repeat undefeated champions.
Tell me.
I mean, I get it. I just think there's storylines on both sides to me that make it. I'm going to meet you halfway. I'm going to meet you halfway and go 50-50. I'm not saying. I think to me they were both just
okay. I'll meet you. I'll go 51% women, 49% men.
I'm still at 70-30. You know why I say that? Name me one guy that like stood up and you was like, oh, that's a guy I'm watching for in the future. You didn't. Like the women like gave you individual stars. And you like, okay, dude, I knew nothing about Caitlin Clark before this tournament.
See, I did because of the Big Ten.
I knew nothing about Caitlin Clark.
I'll be honest with you. I
won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. I will be watching Iowa games next year. Because I'm like, I want to see what this young lady is going to do. Like she got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark is a dog. Like she got whatever that special something is. She got it.
Oh yeah, she definitely has it.
Yeah,
I don't want to take nothing away from the women. Don't get me wrong, man, because it is good to see them getting publicity. Like I think Pride was saying earlier, it's good to see them getting recognition or I mean Frankie, not Pride. Frankie, saying that just see them get the recognition. I mean, so it's good to see that. It's growth in that sport or that gender, right?
I've been watching Clark for the last couple of years, but to be honest with you, this was the first time I got to see really heard of Reese and got to see her talent. So. But I've seen Clark.
Like
I watched a lot of Big Ten.
The Bayou Barbie.
She was Clark's a doggo, man. She might be the best scorer in college basketball, period, right now.
Yeah, dude. Like the way she shoots threes is just like effortlessly. And
a lot of people have been comparing her to Steph Curry.
That's why I call the lady. That's Lady Curry. That's Lady Babyface Assassin.
That's the stupidest name you can ever name someone.
No, it's not.
That's why I call her baby Steph, little Lady Curry.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Frankie? We know you're a hater.
Stupid. I'm not a hater.
You're a hater.
I'm just true and real.
You know you're a hater. I mean, how many times has Steph disappointed you year after year? I know. It hurts. It hurts.
Hey, Rob.
You think I care about Steph? I don't care about Steph.
How's those White Sox been doing?
They've been all right. I mean,
No, they haven't.
Yes, they did. We won the second game against you. I think we'll be like 2-3 now. They all right.
No, you guys just got smoked by the Giants.
We did, but at least we're not the Cubs that lost to the Reds.
Damn.
But
hey, now.
No.
Hey, the Reds are
Or the Astros that lost to the Tigers.
Nah, hey Chris, the Reds been doing pretty good this year, huh?
So far, it's early, but so far
it's still an early season. We got like 150 something games to go.
Hey Rob, like I told Jay and Frankie earlier, it took the Reds till May to win 3 games last season. So hey, we're ahead of schedule.
Hey,
they're already meeting expectation, or they're already exceeding expectations.
Hey, last year they started out like 2 for 23 the first 25 games.
Chris is saying that's like a milestone step for the Reds.
Hey, shout out to Chris and the Cincinnati Reds, man.
No, don't give him a shout out. Don't give him a shout out because even Chris knows it's the beginning of the baseball season, and once everybody starts, getting used to the new rules and everything like that, everything's gonna be different.
Hey, as long as we stay competitive, that's all I care about.
I know Judge is off to a hot start.
Is he? Say it again. Say it again with your fucking. Put your chest out and say it again, bro. Say it again with your chest out.
It's looking like he's gonna hit 50 home runs with no problem.
Say that again with your chest puffed out.
Now, I didn't say that the Yankees were gonna win it all. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that. I want you to say what you just said, but say with your chest puffed out.
Oh, I got you right now. Hold on. All rise.
Hey. Don't overlook Jordan Alvarez. Hey, he got the same amount of home runs as.
Oh my God, get him out of here! Nobody cares about Jordan.
He gets the same amount of home runs. What are you talking about? And I think he has more RBIs than Judge has right now.
How many RBIs he has already?
He's got, I think, 7 or 8. Let's look real quick. Let's look real quick. Hold on.
I think Judge got like 4 or 5.
Hold on, let's look. Hold on. Before we start going and saying stuff that we don't know what we're talking about, let's just hold on a sec. Let's look at Aaron Judge right now. He's got a .412 batting average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs with an on-base slugging percentage of 1.2. Okay, great. It's good. It's good shit. Good shit. But it's not as good as Jordan. It's not as good as Jordan. I'll tell you right now. Jordan's already got him in batting average. I know that for a fact. But again,
come on.
But again, let's pull it up. Say the stats.
How many times are you gonna say Jordan's name before you actually say his name? If that matters, what we talking about?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. My stupid thing. I'm pulling Jordan up right now.
That's like Jay. It's not bad.
He's trying to find. He's trying to find a website that has the numbers that he's looking for.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, Chris. Shut your mouth.
He's gonna look up the HoustonAstros.com website.
You're such a dick.
He's going to cheaters.com.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay. So right now, so Jordan's batting average is 353, 2 home runs, but he's got 9 RBIs and he's got a 1.186. So honestly, I think they're about even right now. If you look at all,
don't say that. No. Now you want to say
they
that.
are.
No. The only thing he's got Aaron Judge on is RBIs right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot.
He has a better batting average.
9 versus 4. What's it a difference of 5?
Who has the most wins?
But that's not an individual stat. That's a team stat, Rob. And I know you probably don't know about a team sport, but it's called a team sport, so you can't blame that on anyone.
I know about team sports better than anybody.
Oh, you don't know about team sports. You're over there.
Out of all your teams in Houston, how many rings do y'all got?
Where are you gonna go? Why do people always gotta go there?
Oh,
how many rings? Hey, Black Sox. How many rings you got?
We got a ring. White Sox got a ring. We got 2 rings, don't we?
Well, they have 1 ring that you've probably been alive in. I don't even know when the other ring was.
Yeah, I was alive for that ring.
I wonder, hey, but you know what? Y'all did have to play us though. When y'all got that ring, you played against us. The one on the ring that you were alive in. It was Astros and the Astros in the National League, and that's back in Bagwell Biggio days. When the Killer Bees went up against you guys.
What year did the Astros move to the American League?
It was shortly thereafter. I think the Astros probably. I gotta look that up, but it was
before 2015.
Yeah, I think you're right, Frankie. I think it was right before 2015.
Because they were talking about it during the Yankees and Giants game, and they were saying how the Yankees they look better, a little bit better than what they did last year, especially with the early injuries, because normally the Yankees get late injuries, but because we have early injuries, this might be even better for us. But they threw out the Astros in there because the one team, honestly, that we're not worried about, but the one team that we need to beat to get to the World Series is basically the Astros. That's like our kryptonite right now. And they said that happened when they came over to the AL back in before the year 2015 or something like that.
Hey, let me ask you.
I remember back in the day when Chris. I remember back in the day we used to play the Reds a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to see the Astros play when they were in the National League quite a bit. I
remember we used to play you guys a lot, man.
Let me ask you.
We played the Mets, the Dodgers. We played the Dodgers a lot, man. I tell you what.
When Houston went from the National League to the American League, is that where they brought the buzzers from? Was the National League over to the American League?
Oh. That's the best you got, Chris? That was your best shot?
Figured I was gonna get Jay going.
No. I want to know if that was your best.
Hey, my best. I got more ammo.
Oh, do you got more ammo? You might. Okay. I just want to know if that was the best you had, because I heard crickets. Don't people laughing at that shit. Hey, listen, if you need some help, I'll send you some jokes later on tonight. And I'm going to get you squared away, because I can't have you coming out with this weak-ass shit.
Oh, I got you.
Don't take his jokes.
No, honestly, I couldn't remember when they moved. I knew that because like I said, they were always National League when I was growing up, and then all of a sudden they were in the American League.
Well, we could fucking do something about this. Send them right back to the National League.
Hey, then maybe the Yankees will have a fighting chance.
Who was it? It was who'd you guys switch with? The Mets, right? Because wasn't the Mets an American League team?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Who did you guys switch
the Mets have been the National League for Frankie. How do you not know that? You're in New York for crying out loud.
Because I'm not a Mets fan.
You don't have to be a Mets fan to know that.
Oh, sure you do.
Yes, you
I don't give a damn about the Mets.
Yes, you do.
Rob, you just found out that America has a sport called baseball. You just stood over there and looked pretty.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know for a couple of years that the Astros moved to the American League.
Hey, Jay, can I tell you something? even though I'm starting to like baseball a little bit, it's still at the bottom of the total pole of like if I can watch that or golf, I still might choose golf.
Especially this weekend, you got the Masters.
Man, speaking of the Masters, you see where Tiger Woods came out and said he doesn't know how many more Masters he has left in him?
We're not going to talk about this bullshit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about golf, okay? Only old people care. Oh, wait, I am on a panel with old people. Never mind. Go ahead. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Hey, the thing about it is, I'm starting to think now that, and I was really kind of hoping that Tiger could eclipse, Nicklaus in terms of number of majors. But I think Nicklaus is going to take that to his grave, man, because I think Tiger's going to wind up, because I think Tiger's at 15. He needs like 3 more or 4. He needs 4 majors to eclipse, 3 to tie. I don't know, man. Rob, do you think Tiger can get before he calls it?
Can I say something real quick, Rob, before you go? I just want to say this. As much as I don't watch golf, but as much as I love Tiger Woods and him as a golfer being one of the greatest and what he does, when is it going to be time for us to stop talking about Tiger? Because clearly he's not the same Tiger as we know. I'm just saying. I mean, we keep talking about Tiger Woods when there's way more golfers that are young and up and coming that are winning, and Tiger Woods has yet to be even up on that pedestal again of being one of the.
I think the conversation that people aren't ready for, Frankie, is that Tiger Woods isn't the greatest golfer ever. That still belongs. And I'll tell you, hey, it still belongs to Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus is still the best golfer ever. Until Tiger can get to 18 majors, he's just not the best. He's a great golfer. He's a great golfer, but people aren't ready for that conversation.
Did Phil win 18 majors?
If he gets to 18, then I'll gladly recognize him as the best. But until then, he's second best.
Well, here's my thing.
Who's won more championships?
No, that's still Nicklaus.
Then that's the GOAT.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see Tiger. I would love to see Tiger eclipse Nicklaus. I would, because Tiger's been through a lot. But I just feel like I just don't like he said. I don't know if his body has enough in him.
I think his body
is to that level.
But I will say this: Nicklaus is still the best ever. But nobody's done more for the sport of golf than Tiger Woods. The golfers wouldn't be making the kind of money they make today if it wasn't for Tiger Woods.
I don't know. Is that really Tiger, or is that just the economy? Or is that just people? I don't know. I mean, is it really 100% on Tiger?
You got to remember, Jay. Wasn't hardly nobody watching golf until Tiger really took off, and he really got the ratings and got more people watching golf, and that's when the prize money went up.
But I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. I think what Tiger did for the game of golf. And I understand what you're saying, Chris, and I'm not going to disagree with that because I think you're absolutely correct. I think what Tiger brought to golf was I think Tiger brought the African American population into the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, there really wasn't any African American presence in golf until Tiger came into the sport.
He helped golf get more mainstream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, somebody needs to do to baseball what Tiger did to golf to get baseball more relevant. Honestly,
somebody is by the name of Aaron Judge.
No, whatever.
Yeah, I will say Aaron Judge and Ohtani is like.
I don't think he catches Nicklaus because of his body. His body just is all the stuff that's happened to him with that car crash and everything. He just can't stay healthy enough.
His body is.
Oh no! It was before that car crash. He actually started. He started dwindling down once he started developing back issues because he lost the power in his swing. He wasn't his short game was horrible there for a while.
Everything started going downhill
before he switched golf courses.
It started going downhill after he ran into a tree trying to get away from his wife.
Was he really trying to get away from the wife?
Yeah, Woods. He ran into wrecked his
I
car.
thought that was more alcohol related.
No, not that. Not the crash that just happened back when all that stuff was going on. His wife was chasing him with a golf club, and he was leaving and ran into a tree. Not the last wreck. I'm talking about back when all that stuff happened.
When the white man puts a black man into the tree. Damn it!
Listen,
Shit.
Tiger Woods' body is as fragile as Chris's body, okay? And that's saying something.
Hey,
We all know how fragile Chris's body is.
I'll tell you this, Jay. When it comes to a pissed off woman, don't matter what color she is.
Hey,
Woman.
trust me.
You better get the hell out of the way.
Hey, listen, but I still think statistically speaking that the Latinas are the craziest, and I think the African American women are probably second, and then the third. Well, white women have their own brand of crazy, but white women crazy is different. White women go out there
woman crazy is woman crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't care what color.
Woman crazy is woman crazy, bro. I don't care.
Andy said that we're coming for swimming as soon as they heat up the water.
Y'all got issues, man.
Anthony, me and Jay did have something in plan last year. We were gonna call it the what was it? What was it again? Hold on. Let me think of it. It was the what was it, Jay?
We did. Didn't we do a watch along with that?
Oh, it was. We were gonna create a show called Yank Our Astros.
Yeah. Hey, that still might be in the works, Anthony. Me and as soon as I get down to Houston to get this house built, get the studio up and running, man. Me and Frankie.
What's the hold up? What's the hold up? You've been talking about this for the last 2 years.
Chris, relax. He's moving at the end of May, and everything will start by June. Calm your tits.
Hey, listen. The house will be. I promise you. Listen,
Frankie heard that straight from Mel.
Hey, if I had to speculate, and I think Frankie will know this, I would say expect something next baseball season, and we'll probably start it right at spring training between me and Frankie and the show. Let's just put it out there. Next season, most likely that's when you're going to see it. And when it comes out, it's going to be better than bullshit. I mean, bullshit.
Everything was better than bullshit because the Bulls couldn't catch a fucking break.
Man, them poor Bulls, man. I remember Mike Hughes was so ecstatically hyped up on that shit until Alonzo Ball got injured, and then Mike Hughes kind of faded out.
Rob Scott, too. Rob Scott
was on that shit, too. And then Rob Scott started wearing split jerseys.
Yep. He started wearing Bulls every day. And then once Alonzo Ball went down, he said, Curry Nation. Curry baby.
Nation. It's always been about Curry.
Hey, Anthony Price, Trademark Quality Homes is building my house. Trademark Quality Homes. Yeah.
I thought the Bulls was going to do something this year, too. You know, after the great momentum they had last year, you know. But, hey, like I said, you know, to me, honestly, DeRozan took a step back. Zach LaVine picks and chooses when he wants to play. He been acting like a little bitch. So,
I agree with Zach LaVine. I've seen games where he just looks on fire, and then other games where it's just like, what the hell?
He pick and choose when he want to play.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to waste my time talking about.
Hey, listen. Hey, at least he's picking and choosing. Now the Rockets just straight aren't doing anything.
Y'all trying to get Wembanyama.
Yeah, I will say this though: we did get to 19 wins. We might make it to 20 before it's all done.
You know what's crazy? To me, honestly, if I'm the Rockets, putting another young boy on that team is not what I'm trying to do. That's why you lose. You got a team full of young dudes.
Then I would like to see Victor come on board, and then have them start looking for the veteran leadership and things like that. I don't believe in Steve.
Like
Silas.
if you look at Grizzlies,
right.
A lot of people overlook what Steven Adams means to that team. He's more than just the enforcer. He the guy that'll get in your ear and tell you, calm the fuck down. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse my language. Calm down. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know what? Though, before we get that, I don't think we had the right coach though, Rob. I don't think that.
I'm not gonna blame it on Steven Silas. Steven Silas got put into a shit show. What did you expect to happen? What did you expect to happen?
I understand what you're saying, but
I don't care if you had Phil Jackson there, dude. They wouldn't win nothing.
Hey.
They wouldn't win nothing.
You
got a team.
Still the Zen master. That dude could. He's still the Zen master.
You got a team full of young boys, and everybody want to score, bro. Ain't nobody out there playing team ball, man. You need to get you some veterans.
I get that, and you know they had their veteran presence when they had what's his name over there, Eric Gordon.
Is that a veteran you gonna listen to? Is that somebody you gonna listen to?
Somebody who didn't want to. Somebody who was saying, "I don't want to play. I just want to be on the bench."
That's not a person you gonna listen to.
I think it starts with the coach, and then you bring in the right veteran players to complement. Like you said,
it starts with the vets. It starts with the vets. The vets are the voice behind the scenes. The vets are like your older brother or your older sister. You know when you get in trouble with your parents, it be your older siblings that kind of tell you, "Hey, watch how you moving, because mama don't like that, or daddy don't like that." That's what they don't have that on Houston. All they got is a parent. They don't have no older siblings to give them the direction.
Oh,
to say, "Hey, I went through that. I went through that. Don't go through that."
I get that, because I mean, honestly, there's a lot of talent on that roster. I think Sagoon has a lot of talent. I still think Green has talent. I think Jabari Smith. I mean, they got talent, right? Kevin Porter Jr. They got talent, but I get it. They do need that veteran mentorship to get them on.
Let me ask you guys this: Is there anybody coming out in the draft this year that you think that's a big star?
No. I see a team. I see a draft full of role players. That's what I'm saying. To me personally, in the men's tournament,
Brandon Miller from Alabama is projected to go third in the draft. And don't get me wrong, he's a good, solid player, but I don't think he's a lottery pick like that.
I don't know. I mean, hey, Scoot Henderson's been doing pretty well over there with the Ignite. But again,
to me, honestly,
them guys, like the Ignite and them teams, I've never really watched any of that.
I just don't think, to me personally, from what I've seen in the tournament, and I watch. You guys probably watched the tournament more than me because there was some games I skipped on and I'll just look at the score, and you know, it wasn't no standout to me. That's why I get an edge to the women's tournament, because they had standouts.
There was one guy that stood out to me, but I don't know if he's coming out this year. And that was that Sadogo from UConn. That dude looked like a monster. But I'm not sure if he comes out this year.
I even think the big dude with Kentucky, the big guy they got, I think he's gonna get in the NBA and he's gonna get his feelings hurt.
Yeah,
that's just me. Yeah. That's just me. You know, even the big center in what's that, Purdue? They trash. They gonna go in the NBA and get hurt.
He's not going nowhere in the NBA, I don't think.
Yeah, and I don't really even know what can we really expect from Bronny, man? I mean, he's not coming out yet. He's still got another year, but I'm just saying, like right now, I mean, do you think that he's gonna have, you know, the kind of talent of his pops or Bryce of his pops?
Not even close.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. Do you even think he gets close to that?
Not even close. I think Bronny is gonna end up being a set shooter. He's gonna be somebody that can surprise you, take you off the dribble every now and then. But he's gonna be like a Rob Strickland, you know, somebody not even a Strickland, like a Sprewell later in his years when he just kind of became a shooter. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Bronny's gonna be that guy that wows. Like I said, to me personally, I think Bryce is the better out of the two.
So you think Bronny's basically gonna be a solid role player?
He's gonna be a very solid role player, but he's gonna get fired because of his last name. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and Carmelo Anthony has a son coming out. I don't know much about him. Rob, maybe you might know, a little bit more than I would about what Carmelo's son is in terms of being good or not good.
You know what? It's always hard to judge these players because you see them playing other high schoolers. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to be this dominant. You know, even in those games. Like for example, Zion. When Zion was in 8th grade, when Zion was in high school, you knew this dude going to the NBA. You know, same thing you can say about Derrick Rose. Like, you know, I know a lot of people didn't see Derrick Rose high school games. Being a person from Chicago that went to, when you seen this dude play and he got out there against other high schoolers, it just looked different. it's like this dude he's miles ahead of these dudes.
LeBron.
I don't see that
I remember
in
watching
Bronny.
LeBron in high
Right.
school.
Oh, right.
He looked like a
LeBron,
man playing with boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. LeBron was a dog. Like, didn't nobody want no smoke with no LeBron? Not in high school.
Yeah. No, I know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So it's like even in this tournament, I didn't see anybody that like just stood out to me, and I'm like, man, that boy going places. Because I remember, trust me, when I start knowing your name, that means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you none of these dudes that was in the tournament.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, boys, I gotta hop off. I gotta make my kids some lunch and stuff. But y'all have a good.
Hey! They don't need lunch. Listen, they'll be okay. Those kids are resilient, Frankie.
Hey, hold on. You know, Father's Day is almost around. That's what I'm talking about, Frankie. Stand up and show them how the men's supposed to be.
Yeah, that is my day. Honestly, it really is my only day off. But I gotta go make them some lunch. My girls are hungry, so you guys.
Give them girls a hug for me and Mel, please.
Take care of those precious babies.
Always do. Enjoy the rest of your show, guys. And one last time, let's go Yankees.
Hey, Chris, let me ask you a question. Jay, you can chime in on this too. I want to hear Chris' reaction first. What's the problems in Dallas, man?
Oh yeah.
Problem with who?
With the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, Dallas Mavericks. I think it's defense. They play no defense at all. Me and Jay talked about this a little bit last night. You can have Irving and Lucas both score 40 points and they still lose because they can't stop nobody. I think they got rid of too much of their. They weren't a great defensive team last year, but they were a lot better defensive team last year than they are this year.
Yeah,
too much of their defense.
I think letting go of Vinny Smith Jr. was bad.
Yeah, Kyrie can. I mean, he can play defense a little bit when he wants, but he's not known for his defense. And I kind of agree with Jay a little bit. I think they messed up. I think they messed up getting rid of Brunson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they didn't give him a chance to develop.
Well, you say, hey, watch this. You kind of already know it was Brunson because look what Brunson did for New York when he got to New York. Now look where New York's at. They weren't like that before Brunson got there. They were struggling. Brunson got that team on point. Just saying.
Well, remember too with Brunson, what he did for Dallas. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Because remember, Luka was hurt and a lot in those playoffs, and the fact that they still made it to the Western Conference Finals, I think Brunson had a lot to do with that.
Well, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Kyrie's not a leader. Kyrie's ball dominant. Luka's ball dominant. So, no, those two don't go well together. But Brunson's a leader, and he's not ball dominant, which plays perfectly into the Dallas wheelhouse with Luka.
I honestly think that their biggest mistake was letting go of Rick Carlisle. And that's because Rick Carlisle held Luka responsible. He gave Luka accountability and said, if you're not going to play on both sides of the court, I don't care how good you are, dude. We're not going to win. And Luka don't like that. So now you bring in a Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd, unfortunately, he's trying to cater to Luka. And I think right now you need to tell Luka about himself. Like, Luka, you're a dynamic player, but that means nothing if you don't play defense. Not even a little bit. Like, at least play help defense. Even Steph Curry tries to play help defense. He plays the passing lane. Remember, one year he led the league in steals. It's like, do something, bro. Pinch him. Hard foul him. Do something. But you sitting here complaining to the refs every play is not helping the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rick Carlisle's a heck of a coach. I was happy when the Pacers brought him back.
I do too. And I think Rick Carlisle, he honestly held Luka responsible, and that's why they clash heads.
Hold on. Hey, where the Pacers at right now?
Well,
the Pacers been going through injury issues.
Right
hold on. Let that man answer. Where's the Pacers at?
We're right outside the play-in, but last time.
No. The Pacers are eliminated. Yeah.
Let me finish. Last time Carlisle was with the Pacers, he had the Pacers contending in the East.
Are they? Is he still with the Pacers?
He just got back with the Pacers last year, and
where are they at right now?
But they're at home this year. But
they're limited. Yeah.
Hey, Gonzo, is that a Rey Mysterio mask?
Yep. Hey, wait a minute. How many games did the Rockets won?
Yeah.
Hey, Pacers is about double that.
Hey, we're not talking about my Rockets. That's a sore spot. Hey, listen. Listen. No. Jay has a thin skin. I mess with you because you got thicker skin. So let's take that.
Yeah, Robert, it's a Rey Mysterio mask I bought. And then
put it on, Chris. Put it on, Chris.
And then I'm about putting it on right now. It's too
I'll put it on.
Hot in here, man. I'll start sweating as soon as I put it on. It's so hot. But I put the V on it because it actually had like it's a Mexican soccer team that had on there.
Yeah.
When we first started the show, it was doing wrestling shows. I used to wear it sometimes while I do commentary.
Hey. That's what Chris wears when in his freaky moments.
Hey, don't be telling my secrets.
Baby, I'm a pal for you.
That's what Chris wears when he goes to Walmart.
I'm gonna go home and tell my wife that. Girl, I'm a 619 that thing.
Oh man! Hey, no, but seriously, hey, Rob Scott, do you agree that they need to shut down Luka? And I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you don't think Rick Carlisle's a good coach?
No, he's a good coach. I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Chris is like, I'm about to say, bro.
Hey, he's correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Carlisle win the championship with Dallas?
He did. No.
Okay. No, it was Johnny Nelson.
No, that was him. Because he came right after Avery, didn't he?
Yeah, he came after Avery.
Yeah,
You're right.
Came after Avery. Yeah, it was Rick Carlisle that won it.
He got the championship with Dallas, and I think Donnie Nelson was the GM. Yeah. See, we know a little bit.
Rob, my dad wants to know what you thought of WrestleMania.
I think WrestleMania was great. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I didn't like the almost match versus Brock Lesnar. I didn't like Austin Theory versus John Cena. And that kind of ruined it for me, but everything else was perfect. I think the Usos, they're strong enough as a tag team, and they've established themselves as one of the greatest tag teams of all time, that they're okay to lose the belt. I didn't think right now was the time to take the belt off Roman, because I think it's just starting to get hot now, especially with that whole bloodline story. And now with the way that they're going with this Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes beef, I think you let Cody beat Brock, and now you made an even bigger baby face and a bigger threat to Roman. So I like the route in which they're going. I'm not excited about Vince McMahon taking back over creative though. Not excited about that.
Well, from what I heard, he's not taking back creative. He's gonna be back on the board, but Triple H is still gonna be doing creative.
Yeah, he'll be the executive chairman.
But I hope they leave it that way. I think I read somewhere where he's supposed to be taking back over creative too. So
I agree with most of what you said. I love the Sami Zayn and the Uso match. The only thing I didn't like about it was too many super kicks. We didn't need 30 super kicks.
Well, that's the Usos game.
I know, but man, that was just a little too many. But I love the match. That was right there's one of my favorite. But Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair put on a freaking show.
They stole the show.
And
they stole the show.
Hey, Sheamus, McIntyre, and Gunther was freaking awesome. They beat the holy hell out of each other.
They beat the holy hell out of each other. Like that's and you know what? For people that say wrestling is fake, this is why I always make the statement that I make. I'm like, it's not fake, it's just scripted. I want somebody to go in there against Gunther, against Sheamus, or against Drew McIntyre and have a hard-hitting match like that, and you tell me if you ain't sore in the morning.
I'm not getting in there with them three.
Hey,
I've took some of them chops. I don't want one from Gunther. No, I'll be dead.
Hey, when he power bombed Sheamus on top of Drew, and then grabbed Drew McIntyre and proceeded to give him another power, I was like, this match was just awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That match.
I thought that was a good match with Gunther and Sheamus and Drew. I thought that was really good.
The Hell in the Cell match was good. It was physical. Edge and Finn were beating the hell out of each other. It just
they were.
I think the match got cut short because of the injury
the pause,
to Finn.
And they had a pause because of the injury. Then it got cut a little short. But that I thought it was a great Hell in the Cell.
It was. I think I personally wanted them to use the Cell a little bit more, but
and I did too. But I think they might have if it wouldn't have got cut, if the injury wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. And then I have to say Snoop Dogg with the DOGG elbow. It made me laugh.
Hey, he done a hell of a job improv and
he did because he didn't panic. He didn't panic. He said, "You gonna take my dude like that, girl?"
And then like the Alias said, he goes, "You okay, dude?"
Yeah. Shane down there fucked up.
People were getting mad or were on him about how he ran the ropes. I loved how he ran the ropes. I thought it was awesome because he made it a little bit comedy out of it.
He did, but
he would stop, he would lean back. I was rolling.
I laughed so hard because when he bounced off the ropes didn't move. I was like,
well, let's be honest. It's not like Snoop Dogg has any kind of weight.
He is. I think Snoop Dogg's been the same size his whole life.
Yeah, he's always been kind of skinny.
The other thing that was awesome with Snoop was when he him and Mysterio came out in the lowrider.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt it in my heart when I heard Viva la Raza. I haven't heard that in so long, man. I felt it in my heart. My heart jumped a little bit.
And I thought Ray and Dom was a good match too.
They were. That to me, honestly, it was all good matches. I like Bianca versus Asuka. I think those two young ladies put on a hell of a match. I was shocked that they didn't give the belt to Asuka, but I wasn't mad that Bianca kept it. You know what I mean? And then of course the main event. You take away people's feelings about Cody should have won, and you just look at the actual match. They put on a hell of a match. Oh, even before we get to them, I'm sorry. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
What a hell of a match! And you know what? I'm tired of people dissing Logan Paul. Get that man his just due. He can wrestle. He can wrestle. He's an entertainer, and he's going out there and he's putting his body on. It's not like he's. I respect guys like him and Bad Bunny. Like, they're entertainers, but they take the business seriously and they actually train to get into these matches. You know what I mean?
Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, Pat McAfee's the same way.
Pat McAfee, yeah. I get a lot of people don't like Logan Paul because of Jake Paul, and they just don't like the Paul brothers. Sometimes to give somebody their just due, you have to take your personal feelings out of it. Yeah, is Michael Jordan an asshole? Yes. Is he the GOAT? Yes. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we know he's an asshole, but if we're looking at just strictly basketball skill, you can't deny that guy is great. And I feel the same way about Logan Paul. If you take away your hate for him and you just look at the matches that he's had, think about it. He's fought The Miz, a Grand Slam champion. He's fought Seth Rollins, a Grand Slam champion. He's fought Roman Reigns, a Grand Slam champion, and the current Universal Heavyweight champion. And all three matches were bangers.
Well, this is what I don't like. Like AP saying, look, Logan Paul sucks. He's only going to fight on special events. He's not fighting every show. There's been full-time wrestlers that do that.
Yeah, and he's not a full-time wrestler.
Yeah, so why are we going to hold it against him when he's not a full-time wrestler? Brock Lesnar for years has only appeared on big events, basically.
John Cena just had a damn U.S. title match. And when the last time you seen John Cena wrestle? Last time we saw John Cena wrestle wasn't it against The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Even Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee don't wrestle all the time. He's wrestled a little bit more than some of them guys because he'll be on SmackDown some, but it ain't like he wrestles a match every week.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Here's my feelings on it. I don't have a problem of guys from outside the business coming in like Paul and Bad Money and them, as long as you respect the business, and they do. They respect the business and they put the work in to go out there and be good at it. They're not just coming out there and trying to wing it and hope that it goes well.
Yeah, because if people don't realize, it's not easy to be a WWE superstar. It's not easy to be in wrestling, period.
How many celebrities have we came in that you could tell didn't take it seriously and train and train for it? They just kind of went in there and winged it. You know what I mean? Especially back in the past.
Right. You used to just get the random punches like the Mike Tyson punch or, even Floyd Mayweather. Remember when Mayweather had that match against the Big Show? That was an entertaining match. Yeah. But even then, Floyd wasn't doing what Logan Paul was doing. No. This dude is doing frog splashes, buckshot lariats. You know what I'm saying? I rock with him, man. I just think overall they put on a very entertaining WrestleMania. I felt like this year was a spectacle. Like you saw, you had like Ice Cube's son there, Stephen A. Smith was there, George Kittle was there. Like, say what you want about WWE, but they bring the kid out of you again. You remember sitting there cheering for your superstars when you were younger. Every time I watch an old wrestling clip, I remember watching that clip originally and how I felt when I was watching it. So shout out to WWE for continuing to put on great product for their fans.
Yeah, I thought it was real good. I thought night 1 was a little bit better than night 2, but
it was. I agree with you. And I will say this. Compared to some of the Raws we've had after WrestleMania, I think this Raw after WrestleMania kind of sucked.
It wasn't what I was expecting it to be a little bit. I was expecting it to be better than what it was. I'm wondering if my dad is right that they might have been a little bit low on bodies because of injuries and stuff.
Yeah, because I think they said Ronda Rousey was hurt already. Shayna Baszler got injured during the match.
I'll be honest with you. To me, that was the worst match of Mania.
Yeah, I would say it's a tie between them and Omos and Brock Lesnar. I didn't like that match at all. I'm like, y'all could have kept this shit.
See, I actually thought that match was better. It was actually better than what I thought it was going to be. So I didn't have high expectations for it.
You know what disappointed me? It took one F5 to beat him. That's what it was for me. Like, I'm like, at least give him 2 or 3. Like, we seen John Cena take more F5s and keep coming. Like one F5 put this giant down. Like, I get it, you're short on time, but you got to tell the story the right way. Like, this was supposed to be a threat to Brock Lesnar, and he handled it with no problem.
I didn't see Lesnar coming out there and just beating the hell out of Cody Rhodes last night. I didn't see that coming.
Me either, but then again, you could never trust Brock.
I mean, I like it, but it was just when that match was getting ready to start. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, to me, Brock Lesnar reminds me of the Big Show. Like, you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
but I did enjoy it. I missed you, Gonzo. I know you and your family had y'all treated as a spectacle and y'all ordered food and stuff like. I was tempted to come to Indiana with y'all.
Hey, you should have came up. Dad made all kinds of food, man.
I felt bad because I left Jay. I didn't realize. I'm like, oh, it's April 2nd. It's my boy's birthday. So then he came over, and me and Jay was like the only ones about to do the show, and I felt bad. So Jay, I'm sorry about that again,
bro. It's okay. It's not the first time a black man's ever stood me up.
I didn't stand you up. At least I showed up.
No. You showed up, and then I became the lowest priority, and then you left.
No, like I said, that was my best friend.
I felt so bad about myself that I called my wife and I said nobody loves me.
No, Jay, I do love you. But that, like I said, that's my best friend. He's the best man at my wedding. He's still best buds to this day. So, his birthday a couple months before mine. So, we celebrating the big 35. 5 years we'll be.
I feel you, man.
In 5 years we'll be 40, man.
It's not like somebody who just left this particular show showed up. So
And I was gonna try to hop back on, but I saw you said if nobody showed up, you was just gonna call it a night.
I was done there. I was like, man, what's the point? And nobody else gonna show. What am I gonna do? Just sit there and talk to myself?
Hey, I've seen you do that. I've seen you do that before.
I have.
I
realized it wasn't fun.
Jay said, "Man, I'm glad you got on. Cause I've been here for an hour sitting here talking to myself. What you were doing by yourself one night."
I do it all the time. Rob's 2 cents is just me by myself.
Yeah. I know, man, but I'm not like you, man. I need socialism. I need social people.
No, if it was a regular show, I'd understand. But doing a watch along, I've done a watch along like that by myself, and I don't like doing the watch alongs by myself.
Yeah, just maybe not a watch along. Yeah,
you get a lot of downtime.
I just get people.
I don't like people that much. I'm like Brock Lesnar.
Oh no, Rob, you like people.
No, I portray like I like people. I'm a people's person. Jay.
I don't care what you say. I know you like people, so I don't want to hear that.
Jay, this is the difference. Honestly, I'm a people's person that don't like people. The human race annoys the hell out of me sometimes.
Oh, I know. Hey, look, hey. Every time I say, you know what, I'm gonna try to like people again. I go to Walmart and it just reaffirms why.
It's always something. You know.
I'm just saying, listen, if you want to test whether or not you like people or not, just go to Walmart.
Just watch the news.
No, that too. I mean, you can do that too.
You'd be like, these dumb mothers. It's always a head scratcher.
I'm just saying, for me, the barometer check is Walmart. I go right across the street to Walmart with Blue. I get there about 5-10 minutes. Blue looks at me and says, "Daddy, I hate these fuckers. Let's go."
Hey, Jay, Walmart is the club. You got to go to Tarjay.
Tarjay.
You got to go to Tarjay.
You got to go to Tarjay. Pay them Tarjay prices.
That's when you get treated. You get treated special in Tarjay. Walmart, they be like, just put your shit on the counter. That ain't just your Walmart, Jay. That's all Walmart. You get paid to be professionally mean to people.
Hey, I love it how I went to that one and I said, "Hey, listen, I know Target's kind of a big place. I don't have a lot of time." I was talking to the greeter lady. I said, "Hey, just tell me where your bubble wrap is." And she looks at her little phone and she comes back. "Yeah, just go over to L2. The fuck is L2? Like, what are you talking about? The fuck is L2 at?
Got to go to the lower level, Jay.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm like, man, thank you, ma'am. You really helped me out a lot. I salute you. So I walked away thinking, like, fuck it. That's why I hate people.
Oh, God. Ain't that right, AP? Tell him you got to shop at Tarjay.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I went and saw a comedian. I can't remember who it was that he was talking. He was talking about that about Tarjay, and he had me. He had me laughing so hard.
Cause Tarjay is the real deal. I had one comedian say his name D-Ray. He talked about when me and my wife when we get bored, we throw on red shirts and go to Target and give them the wrong information. Oh God,
that's good. I do like that though. I'm like, what I did, I gave that lady the look when she said go to L2. I was like, where the fuck is L2? And I think she didn't even know where L2 was.
You should have said, what is this, a PlayStation 2 controller? What is L2?
So I commenced to walk through the store looking for L2, and all I see is a bunch of H's and a bunch of K's and some I's, and then I seen another guy. I think he was a stalker, and I said, "Hey, you don't know where the hell where's L2?" Next to J3. J3. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
DJ, you should have said just point.
Yeah, can you just give me a point?
Oh man.
Man, I called my wife. I said, listen, this Walmart shit has got me discombobulated. I got one lady saying L2, some dude saying name is J3. I'm like, well, what the? I said, you know what, I better know.
Could you just walk me down to the fucking L1
You know,
or L2, whatever it is?
I thought about that. But you know what? If I'm a stalker at Walmart, I'm going to say hell no. Because you know what? One thing I know about Walmart, when it comes to stalking, them dudes is on a timer. And you got to make some metrics.
Hey, they're on a timer, but
nobody
they have plenty of time to be able to get the stuff done. I used to work at Walmart. I worked at Walmart before.
I used to work for
my dad works there, but I worked at Walmart third shift for about 5 years.
I used to work for Meijer, and trust me, they don't care.
I'll tell you what Walmart does. The people, you know what happens to the people that don't get their stuff done on time? Nothing. They just expect their good workers that get their stuff done quick to pick up go pick up their slack, and that's all. They don't say nothing to them.
They don't dock their pay or
no.
Or not dock their pay, but like they don't get like bad performance reviews and fired or anything like that.
Don't nobody care about a bad performance review. They need workers.
They get on their good workers more than they do their bad workers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how backwards is that?
It's like that.
That's how it is. That's how it is at Walmart. That's how it was when I worked there, and I know it's still that way with Dad, because I know Dad he'll have like 8 hours of work that he's supposed to get done by himself.
Yeah.
And he'll get that done and then have to go help other people because he got hit, because he can get his done before.
Now think about that for a minute. For a man that's not even 5 foot to get his stuff done before those who are, let's just say 5'7" or better, that just tells you Tony's a hard ass working person.
What's height have to do with it?
Think about that for a minute.
Wait a minute. What's height have to do with it?
Well, because some of the things on the shelves may take him longer to get to.
Hey, you got a step ladder?
Oh man, look! I tell you what, man. I just remember I've gone through Walmart late at night before, because when it was 24 hours or whatever, and I would see those big pallets just full of stuff all over the place, and I'm just like, man. I believe that. No, Tony, I believe that. I bet you do outwork 95% of those people. I believe that, absolutely. And I think that's because you have a good work ethic, and probably they don't.
And when my son worked there with my dad, I would say they were probably the top 2 workers they had, especially on nights.
Yeah.
But now my son works at he went to Menards.
Oh, your dad. Wow. Okay. I remember Menards. I haven't heard that name in John Menard.
That's where my son works at now. He's been there for a couple of years.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name Menards in forever. It's been a long time.
Well, let me ask you guys this real quick before we get out of here. NBA MVP. I've heard people. I know it's a close race. I still think Jokic should be MVP, but I heard somebody make the argument yesterday that since it's so close, Joel Embiid should get it just because he's never got an MVP. Now, to me, that's the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard. You don't just give a guy an MVP. Oh, well, it's a close. He's right there, but let's give it to him because he's never had one. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's still Joker. Although I do think Embiid is having a good career, and so is Giannis. But for me, it's still Joker. And the reason why is, like I said, the man's still averaging a triple-double, and his team's in first place. And and he's still a big part of that team. So, yeah, it's still Joker for me, man. I think he gets his 3rd consecutive. If they're doing it the right way, I think he gets it.
Even if you want to give it to Embiid, but it shouldn't be because.
No, absolutely. No, that's the dumbest reason ever, honestly. And if I was Embiid And I wouldn't want that kind of an award. I wouldn't want an award that you felt like, you felt bad for me, so you're going to give me an award. I wouldn't want that.
That's like, well, we feel sorry for him because he ain't got one, so let's give him one. No, if he's earned it, give it to him. Which he's right there. No, I'm not trying to say he's not right there because I mean, I think him, Giannis, and Jokic are all up there, but I just don't think you should just give it to a guy because you feel sorry for him. Like, oh
yeah, no, I got you.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, Jay. There's people that have 3 hours of work and can't get it done, and they'll get. There's nothing said to them about it.
That's crazy.
So next time you're in Walmart, if you need somebody to walk you down the aisle, have them walk you down the aisle.
Facts.
Yeah,
but honestly, I would give it to Giannis.
You give it to Giannis?
Mm-hmm.
Man, if they just got their asses whooped not that long ago by the Celtics, and you're going to give it to Giannis, come on, man, do better. Rob, do better. Do better.
That was
Rob.
One game.
I don't care. It's still one game, but Giannis played, and they got their asses whooped by 41 points. Do better.
Didn't the Nuggets lose?
I'm sure it's been a game that Joker's played, and Denver's got their ass whooped.
Yeah, they lost to the Bulls.
Yeah.
By 41 points?
It don't matter. They lost to the Bulls.
It was pretty good. Like 10 or 15 or something.
Yeah.
So I thought the Bulls beat them pretty good that night. I don't know what the exact score was, but hey, Jay, you know what? Reds are 3-1, baby.
All right, y'all, but I gotta head out.
We play those Cubs again today.
Somebody call Mike Hughes.
Hopefully we can get another win. Hey, we beat the Cubs yesterday. Hopefully we can beat them again today.
Mike Hughes has been kind of quiet since his Cubs been losing. He's got a bird's eye view. He's out there at Wrigley. Are they playing at Wrigley right now, or are they playing in Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Well, then he ain't out there. He's chilling.
Well, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's in Cincinnati. I know yesterday's game was, so yeah, they'll still be in Cincinnati today.
Yeah, we still got Detroit tonight.
Yeah, we play at 6:41. We have Sessa on the mound. You guys play tonight?
Yeah, we got Detroit tonight. We're in Detroit right now.
Okay, there it is. Yep. You guys play at 8:11.
Yeah, I was about to say we got the night game.
You have Valdez on the mound against Manning.
Man, we need to get our butts back in gear, man. We can't keep this up. We gotta get back in gear.
They have Astros as pretty big favorites.
Man, we should be the damn favorites. I mean, damn.
I didn't say you shouldn't be the favorite. I said they got you.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying hell, we should be undefeated, to be honest with you. But that's a whole nother issue. Get us out of here, guys. I got to go walk Blue. Blue's give me the side eye like he got about 4 gallons of urine in there. They got to come out.
Reds won 7-6 yesterday, and they hit a 3-run home run in the 5th inning.
Hey, at least you won. Damn. So, pretty or not pretty, hey, as long as you get the W.
Hey, Rob, before you get out here, you got any final thoughts, brother?
Go Sox.
Go Sox. I love it that Rob's actually watching a little bit of baseball now. That's a good thing. I get to Chicago this summer sometime. We're going to have to get together.
Come on, man. Hit me up, Chris. I'll take care of you, brother.
Try to get down there sometime. My sister, like I said, my sister lives up there, so I haven't been there for a couple years.
Come on down, man. We go eat something good and chill out.
Because with the pandemic and stuff, it was a little different to get up there.
Oh yeah, ain't no pandemic. What?
Jay, you got any final thoughts?
No, other than hey man, after Easy Money, man, tonight we'll have Unscripted. Make sure you check us out, man, at 7 Eastern.
I might be there.
You know, your ass gonna be there. Your ass is gonna be there. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Although
don't make me come to months. Look, I'll come to months. I'll come to months.
Hey Jay, I don't know. I might send you a message. I might be over at my boys. Come on, Jay. You gotta laugh at that one. That was a good one. I think he froze up. He froze up. Oh yeah. Yeah, my sister's in Houston right now. Did you?
Hey, she said, yeah, your dad told me about that. She said that they go to all the ballparks.
Yeah, did you see that picture of the ring?
Yeah, I told my wife. I said, how the hell does a woman who supports the White Sox won a Houston championship ring? I said, she should send that shit to me.
Yeah, they all got one. Her, the kids. Now,
nice. No, that's cool. That's cool that they gave them out rings and stuff.
Her husband's always been a big White Sox fan, and then
no, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, hey, if you're gonna give out souvenirs, man, hey, that's a cool souvenir to get.
They're going to a Texas. They're going to a Texas Rangers game while they're in Texas as well.
Yeah, I would. I mean, Texas is playing good right now, so they'll have a. Are they following the White Sox, or are they just going ballpark to ballpark?
I think they just go basically ballpark to ballpark. But if when they plan their trip, if the White Sox happen to be there, that's good. But if not, so I went to games with them before that wasn't White Sox. Like we went and watched the Baltimore Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays in Baltimore. We went and watched the Washington Nationals against the Chicago Cubs in Washington D.C. when we went there for vacation, and we went to them games while I was there.
Right.
So yeah, it's more about the ballparks than just following the White Sox. Even though he's a big White Sox fan, but
they like to try. That's what I plan to do. I told Melanie,
I'd love to go all the ballparks,
bro. Listen, I plan to do that. I plan to RV and go ballpark to ballpark. I always said that was one of the biggest things I wanted to do. So I'm gonna go down there, put my camper right in front of Rob Scott's house, and I'm gonna go see a White Sox house.
If I could go to every stadium in a year, that'd be freaking amazing.
I'm gonna park right in front of Rob Scott's house, and then Rob's gonna go there. Babe, I can't believe this shit. Somebody parked an RV in front of a house. I think it's the white people. The fuck? Oh, that's Jay. That's Jay McLovin. Oh, we got some whiskey. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go hop on the RV.
The white people, come on now.
He said the white people are moving in the hood.
We got white people in the hood in Chicago. What you talking about?
Hey, I know. Hey, Mike Hughes is out there.
He said Mike.
But Mike's not really white. He's Italian. He's like off-white.
Off-white. All right. We appreciate everybody watching today. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at the ASAP Sports Network and at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out the new ASAP Network app. You can find on Apple Play Store, Google Play Store, Roku, Amazon. I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Apple, iTunes, Roku, Amazon, Google Play. Yeah, you got all of them.
And follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Also, don't forget, this Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, GWR will be live for DCCW Invasion 4. We'll be live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, featuring WWE Hall of Famer, Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Also, Buff Bagwell will be in attendance, and WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi. So join us Saturday night. Should be an awesome show. And then also on Sunday, after you get out of church, after you get out of your Easter service for church, 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live with Summit Pro Wrestling. Should be a great show. We'll be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network on Sunday as well. So come join us this weekend for a weekend of pro wrestling. Yeah, Jay.
Hey, I did want to point out one thing, and I don't know if you guys heard about it, but on the I think she's on the independent side. That female wrestler, what was her name? Martinez. She-Hulk. She goes by the stage name She-Hulk. Went missing on her way from a wrestling event to a UFC event in Texas. So I don't think she's been found yet. There's a wrestling championship in Texas. But
Yeah,
She-Hulk, that's her name.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, she went missing in between events, and so they're trying to locate her right now. But yeah, but she goes by She-Hulk. That's her name. I think her actual name is Lynette Martinez, but she goes by She-Hulk, and I guess she was missing around the El Paso wrestler. I guess she's an El Paso wrestler.
Hmm.
So anyway, I hope she gets found. I didn't know if you guys have heard about that or not.
Well. No, I hadn't heard about that yet. Yeah, hopefully she gets found and is safe. I haven't heard about that at all. And then I'm trying to think. Oh, tomorrow.
She was. I just thought she was located, so they did find her. So never mind.
Awesome.
Good point.
And then tomorrow, I did forget one thing. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we have pro wrestler, the Freight Train, Brody Botkins is going to be joining us. If you haven't seen Brody, he's a real big dude. Can move. He's real good in the ring. It should be a great conversation. So join us for that tomorrow. I know he has some big news. I'm sure we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Let him talk about that more. But other than that, we'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern for another episode of the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow.